Pisces, this is your tarot reading for the month of August. So we'll do a little bit of shuffling here for you. Remember, August is the month of the solar eclipse, and it will straddle across the middle part of the United States of America. So it could be quite an interesting time in August. We're using 4 of these cards, the Morgan Greer, and then 4 cards underneath as clarifiers. So your first card refers to health. Your second card refers to finances. Your third card is career. And your fourth card is relationships, including love. Now the second deck that we are using are these angel healing cards. We'll do a couple of shuffles. And we will see what messages they will bring to clarify the top card. Earth Angel, Indigo, Integrity, and Cut Your Cords. So Pisces, let's see what we have here in line for you guys for August. No major arcana cards. You've got 2 wands over here, a pentacles and a cup. Okay, let's see what the first message is. We're talking up on the left hand side over here of health. Now remember, health covers off all perspectives, including your physical, emotional, mental and spiritual health. So quite nice card, this one down here. It says you are a light worker who has come to earth to teach about love. So Pisces, a lot of you do actually really respond to that realm of angelic energies and connected to the etheric galactical energies. You're very intuitive and quite often very psychic as well. So that could be literally just a beautiful positive message for some of you here. You are here to do help and healing on earth. And sometimes too, the healing that you could do comes in the form of being like counsellors or nurses or doctors, or even being a mother and a parent in terms as an earth angel in many ways, because they're here to nurture and help and encourage others to grow and become individuals. So if we start at the top card, the 4 of Cups, Cups is often talking about the heart area of the body. So this could be talking about your physical heart health. Some of you might want to do a heart check, or make sure that you're getting enough exercise and eating good healthy heart foods, right? The other thing that it could be referring to when I think about this card in terms of health, the energy around this card is often thinking about accepting help from someone else. If you have an issue or something on your mind that you're not happy with in the dynamic area of any of those parts of your health, and that hand that's coming in holding the cup on the right hand side could well be someone who's prepared to come in and offer some support. And it could be someone like a counsellor or like an earth angel who comes to help you. So there's a possibility that you could seek that type of remedial help. Now they can often do work with crystals or healing, such as Reiki healing, or any of the other spiritual healing modalities that are available. So for some of you it might be beneficial to go and receive like a massage or a Reiki healing, or some sort of spiritual uplifting, like giving you more energy. And for us down here in the southern hemisphere, we're coming into winter and we often get flus and we can feel a bit lethargic, and so we need a little bit of support and nurturing. And for those of you in the northern, you've just come out of winter, and some of you may be having those lingering sort of lethargic feelings and needing a bit of bolstering and uplifting. So that could be a message from that as well. But otherwise, I just think of making sure that you maintain some good exercise and some good eating dietary plans for your body, and kind of get it back into activity again. Other than that, there's not a lot there from the physical health, and the emotional health and everything just ties in with it in terms of getting a realignment. All of our health aspects come back into adjustment or realignment when we get an adjustment. Let's come to your next two cards, which is around your finances. And interestingly enough, that's a good card to have for finances. It's a Pentacle card. And you've got 2 4s in a row as well, so the number 4 might be quite significant for you in the month of August, one way or another. That 4 of Pentacles often makes us think that you could be holding on to your money too tightly, or you could be worried about it. Now, it's the same analogy, and you can say it 100 times over, it never changes. But when you focus on something, that's what you bring in. So if you focus on, oh, I'm worried about my money, have I got enough of it? Can I pay my bills? Or am I earning enough? Or is my job safe? You're making that the focus point. So you have to switch this feeling around here, because he looks quite grim when he's holding on to his money. And you have to actually look at what you have got and look at your security, or look at your ability to perhaps find more or invest more or earn more. And when you start looking from the positives, you bring more positive energy in. Now, interestingly, the card beneath says indigo. The person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural-born leader. Some of you may have indigo people in your life, and oftentimes these can be children who are now anywhere from their 20s up through to the 35s and even 40s, and indigos can be classified too, I guess, in the realm of the ADHD and the autistic brackets. And sometimes these people have great capacity to create new dynamics and awareness around business possibilities. Like, they're the ones who have often created the computing energies. You know, you think of Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, they were both probably slight ADHD or in that autistic-y type realm, and they have this amazing capacity to become great earners. And sometimes you could be thinking, if this is around your financial sector, you might be working in a company that's structured around this, or you might have someone in your life that has the potential to become an earner with a new idea or a concept about the way we move forward. So this could be tied together in your thoughts about money, or maybe you're wanting to support someone like that. Like, it could be a child who is actually struggling and not able to earn enough, and it might be your own child or a relative or something along those lines. But it's kind of an interesting tie-in. Indigos can in fact be some of our strongest leaders, as I say, because they're different than the rest of us in many ways, and some of them do have great capacity to earn a lot of money, but they can be difficult to they're the square pegs trying to fit into the round holes, so they can be difficult to work with as well at many levels. So somehow, if that's tying into your financial perspective, you might know what I'm talking about. You might work with someone who's like this, who could be difficult to work with, and you're struggling. There's a whole different realm of ideas that we could be talking about, and this is a general reading, so we're not going to go too deeply into it. But overall, the message is here: just turn any negative anxieties or fears into positive, and bring the positive into your financial sector and focus on those positives. Coming to the next one, which is career. And remember, career is also for those of you who are at university or school still studying, and for those who are retired, this is your creative, passionate realm. This Knight of Rods is very much about the career. He often comes to us with new, burgeoning ideas, passions and activity. So something could be ignited in August around your career sector. You could come up with some sort of amazing idea or concept for either yourself as a business, or your employer, or your co-workers. Whatever it is, it feels like it's quite fiery and passionate and quick activity. And underneath the card is the integrity values. And this is one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. It talks about aligning yourself with your true values and what your heart is telling you to do. It says align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. So when we do that, we become powerfully creative, we become powerfully strong, and we're able to move forward with many ideas and concepts and action and activity and passion. So it feels as though August has got this coming for you, where you might be able to align yourself with just energy coming in and that says, yes, I know this is the right thing and I'm going to follow it with my heart. It's that type of energy. So if any of you have been having problems in your career or at work or with people, if you're feeling what you know is right to be right for you, then go with the flow. And if you've got some big ideas coming in, or some thoughts, or even passion about changing jobs, go with the flow. This also often will turn up when job interviews are around and you can get a job interview. So that's a great place to be as well. We come to the last card and we're looking at relationships, and this includes all relationships, so with yourself, your intimate partner, your family, siblings, co-workers, community, friends, everything. Now the Five of Rods often suggests to us a little bit of tension, argy-bargy, and it can be arguments, and it can be just unsettled energy, as if people are a little bit, tense, and they want to create anxiousness and fights, and they want to get their word across, and every time you see these people, they're like, no, listen to me and listen to what I have to say, and you're going, God, just shut up and go away. So it does have this feeling that maybe in August some of your relationships could be a bit feisty, and maybe even it's you too deciding, oh, I'm not going to just sit back and be told to shut up, I'm going to say something here. So there's kind of like a counterbalance energy going on. The number 5 is often relevant when this card comes up, so it could be 5 people, or it could be on the 5th day, or it could be happen at 5 o'clock, who knows, but 5 can be relevant. Underneath you've got cut your cords, and it says ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. So I'll just turn the camera a little bit that way too. That is almost telling you that if you have any relationships that are based in negativity or creating negative tension in your life, it's time to perhaps move away from them, and certainly cut any hold that they have over you emotionally. So remember, this can be relationships you can't move away from per se, such as your family or parents or children, but don't let them have a hold over you in a negative manner. So cut the energies that are associated with fear or negativity or destructive energies. Cut them away. And you can cut your cords. It's at a psychic level, so it's at a spiritual level. And you can ask Archangel Michael to do it, or you can visualize yourself doing it. Again, there are many techniques for this to be done, but it allows ourselves to feel freer and to bring in light, positive energy around relationships as well. So don't think the whole month is going to be like this and that every relationship is. It's not. It's just saying there might be something in August that needs your attention, and that it's time to deactivate or destabilize a hold that they might have on you. And yes, there could be a few people wanting a little bit too much attention a bit too often. So remember to think of yourself too, Pisceans. You're a sensitive one of the signs, and you do need some quiet repose and time out. So other than that, I think you have a nice subtle messaging system going on here. It's quite underneath for you. It's not kind of on the surface. It's more addressing things at a quieter level for you to contemplate and think about. So let's put these cards away and see what your final card for the reading is. And we're using these beautiful sunshiny yellow cards, the chakra energy cards. We will pull from the 8th one down, like the 8th wonder of the world. We'll see what message is coming your way, Pisces. Emotions. Couldn't really get past it, could we? Something for you to think about for the month. So I'll just zoom in a little bit here for you so you can focus on that. And I'll read some from the book. It says feelings, expression, moods and balance. And this comes to us from our sacral chakra area of the body, which is where we get our passion and our desires and our creativeness, which we kind of talked a little bit about in your reading. So here are the words. Emotions are like the currents of a river, constantly shifting and changing in response to what lies beneath. It is natural and normal to feel. We all feel different emotions at different times in our lives. When balanced, we are able to feel and express a full range of emotions and harness that energy in productive ways. It's time to take steps to achieve emotional balance by truthfully acknowledging how you feel and allowing yourself the time and space to experience and express your emotions. You may need to write what you're feeling in a journal, or scream it out loud, or punch a pillow, or go for a run, or talk to a friend. If you have held back your emotions for a long time, you may need to watch a movie to allow yourself to cry, get angry, laugh out loud, or to basically just feel again. Take responsibility for your emotions. Don't blame someone else for making you feel a certain way. The feeling you have is your own, and it is based on whatever your point of focus is in the moment. Acknowledge this, feel it, and work through it. Look at what is behind the emotion. Has your diet affected your mood lately? Are your hormones in balance? Are you stressed out? Are you angry with someone, or unhappy, or something inside of yourself? Notice your emotional undercurrents and give them a pathway to be shared and released. Honest emotional expression can make us feel vulnerable at times, but within this vulnerability is great strength. Moving beyond the mind, we enter the powerful wellspring of the heart, where miraculous transformation, growth and learning are waiting to occur. Feel and express your emotions today, Pisces. And as I said earlier, you guys are one of the emotional astrological signs. You're tied up very much with emotions as part of your pleasure and how you live life. So it's important that you are allowing them to be acknowledged, both by yourself and by the people in your life. So there we are, guys. I think it is a contemplative reading for you for the month, and it is quite subtle energies for you. So have a happy, emotional August, and enjoy all of the raft of emotions, and hopefully connect on the pleasurable ones and take yourself forward in love. Thanks for listening, liking and subbing, everyone, and I'll see you next month. Much love.